Good morning. 8/11/2011 Dow Jones multi-year highs again for 2012 coming. And one of the things that we want to be clear about is you as an individual have the right to understand and learn more about these high frequency trading software programs that are done by big computers. So what? We'll show you how to beat them, and we'll show you that when the Dow is going to go higher, that means that the Dow Industrials, that's just right here, DJI, that means that the leadership stocks in there had to perform well. There's 30 of them in here. And out of the 30, there are a top few of them that return great returns. And this is where you need to be trained, is where the individual leadership is, so that those are the transactions that you would take and narrow your risk and let that high frequency machine run these things right back up to these very highs that we're approaching right here. And it's all part of this 2012 area. Those were your corrections. These were your resistance levels where we sold short. It's on our website. And we're happy to tell you that if you simply go to up here, stock indices, once again, I'll just reiterate that we covered this live and we update them and lots of different sectors, but you'll see how they all move together in the buy script. And what happens is it leaves most of the people on the sideline that are non-participants in the whole movements in the Dow. There's 3 good stocks in the Dow that you could own. We won't talk about them right now, but we will talk about them when we get to know you, and we'll let our MMTs know in their training classes that those 3 particular stocks are good for 1 day, 3 day, 5 day, 7, 10, and even longer, depending on the amount of money you're using. If you're using our capital, which we have capital available to people so that you can participate, let us not forget that we do. And you can just go through the website, and we have resources that provide you capital so that you can get back involved in the market, because most people don't have the money it would take to be involved in buying 3 of those Dow 30 stocks that can make you all-time highs in the actual high frequency trading. And under our market maker features tab, you'll find everything you need to learn about the options market, because you will. Okay? And direct access trading versus online trading, well, it's high frequency computing cycles versus, I don't know, you know, a lot of people can't do the online intraday trading that they once did because they lack the training on everything we're talking about herein. So here we are at the major calendar tops. And what I'll do is, I've already showed that part of it. Every time when these things reach a certain level, they're going to print down like we did here. This was a multi-year correction. All the austerity was working. Everything went into, all the big shows have gone down around the world, and you've gotten it back up there. They program the buy scripts. They run them higher in the Dow 30. So let's stay coherent that this is the Dow 30. Within this format, you have Caterpillar, you have American Express, you have Chevron, you have the JP Morgans and the Intels, and of course that big mover, the IBM, that's held up. Now, you have Merck in here, and you have Pfizer, finally came back from the dead. But that's been a big contributing factor. Verizon has been a very big contributing factor. There are certain individual equity names in this sector that is part of this multi-year resistance top that drove, because it takes those leadership stocks to drive the broader indexes, meaning that, you know, the one Kraft, look at here, it's in here. McDonald's, well, you know, they had a problem with their earnings. Microsoft is there. It doesn't matter. What matters is which one of these leaders in here are doing the best. because that's how we got to this resistance and high frequency buy scripts. They ran them right here. It's great. We always know when they're working mathematically because of the SMF platform, but here's that little ascending weekly high right here. Okay, so wall of resistance, major top involved. If we go up above it, there is such a thing as a blow off top in the Dow. And we're going to be cautioning people, if there are people left with IRAs, we're not financial advisors, we don't claim it. We're just, look at, this video is for our MMT trainees. But if you're watching it, you might want to think about when we call tops, we have them all on our website. All the live analysis and prior tops and bottoms in indexes. So we're approaching it again. High alert, resistance levels. We will be updating people when that frequency starts to have what? The sell programs that come involved versus your buy programs. So there is a high frequency model to sell programs. However, it's going to take the broader leadership names in here to pull back from their overbought levels in order for this Dow Jones to come back down. So remember, it's going to be the leadership stocks that get sold down to drive the broader index down. So when you're interpreting the Dow multi-year highs, 13,207, and the reason why we're making this a little bit longer video is because our MMTs are very in tune with how we call tops and what that process is. But they know that that's involvement where the high frequency programs do hit walls of resistances just like the humans used to. And we're not quite up here, and no one says that we can't blow that top off and go higher before you get that final reversal. Meaning that they totally, right now, I can just tell you mathematically that we're in an overbought zone as the old days of traditional. You're at about 79.45% on the indicator that some of these frequency programs will look at. So I want you to know that the last time that we were at these areas, that this area here was around 92% on the percent DS. When we started to get the actual correction here, though, it was only 74% on a weekly. That's this green line down here, so that you can clearly see it. Here we are testing again the highs. We are going to be looking for that key reversal, what a blow off top would be in the Dow, and how to take advantage of the high frequency sell programs when they come. September could be a bad month. It could be a bad month. And traditionally, September and October are not the most favorable, and we're going in up here at 52-week highs going into that period of time. Now, does that mean that that logic is still there historically as always? No, because why? These high-frequency trading platforms can continue to go against what your normal historical readings and analysis would be and continue to drive them higher. So, once again, the Dow can break out. Here was the top in 2007, right here. So we do have the upper end of resistances that the Dow can go to. And here is one, right here. This is the crown of this reversal top up here. So basically what we're going to tell people, MMTs, telling you directly, is that there is going to be a major area of wall of resistances again as we are approaching this area back over in here. This is going to be that top area that we're talking about. 13,800 is a very good area that these machines could still run to. Okay, that's this area right now. That's 600 points ahead of the market. However, I will just caution people that they're going to have to deal with the fact that we're at 13,207 and 13,551 is going to be a major wall of resistances. And up here, well, this is back where the whole program started bad in the financial crisis. Now, we don't put anything past a high frequency machine. 13,700 would be the next area, and then 13.8. And it's all going to be right over in this calendar 2011 reversal tops going into 2008 as the Dow cratered. And we called that top. We called them all. So what I will tell you is this. Now that we have these upper trend lines, there's a gap between here and there. Don't worry about that, MMT. Just go to your platform. But we will tell you, this is the top. It's going to take a lot to get it up there, but we're at multi-year resistance levels, and we're going to see if the high-frequency buy programs can run them through. Stay tuned. Stay on the website. Dow, multi-year highs.